Number 5. Chanel.
At Macy's, the fragrance destination.
When you see this symbol, you know you're watching television that's educational and informational. The More You Know on NBC.
Hey everyone, I'm Chanel Jones, and we're about to head into the wild to find the most unique and sweetest baby animals on the planet. This is Wild Child. Today, we're traveling far and wide across the UK to discover Britain's incredible animal inhabitants. Along the riverbanks, we'll find not just a swan, but a symbol for love, and a hibernating insect known for a bit of peacocking, plus a seaside shoveler that digs as well as it swims. But first, we meet some majestic mammals hiding in the morning mist. All of this and more right here on Wild Child. Although it covers less than 100,000 square miles, the United Kingdom is a small collection of countries that boast beautiful varieties of landscapes and climates and some incredible wildlife. From the mountains in the Scottish Highlands to the beaches of southern England, each day sheds new light on the amazing animals that call this region home. The first rays are breaking through the mist, which means it's time for the baby animals of Britain to start a new day. In these woods, things are starting slow, but there is movement among the trees. It's a herd of red deer. The stag of the group is making himself heard, letting out an early morning bellow. A much prettier wake-up call is coming from the treetops. Dawn is when golden orioles like to show off their musical talents. This nest of chicks is awake and ready to eat. Luckily, their parent is on the job. Down on ground level, a group or labor of moles is surfacing. These furry little bundles take their day in 4 shifts of activity. This morning, one of the babies has found itself a refreshing puddle to drink from. A garden trowel makes a great water bowl. Closer to a more urban environment, a pair of Welsh harlequin ducklings are stealing a meal from a full food bowl. The frantic style of feeding shows their bills in overdrive as they hungrily scoop up their first meal of the day. Inside their hutch, a fluffy family of black and white rabbits are literally surrounded by their morning feast. While some like their food dry and crunchy, others prefer more succulent menu choices. What a healthy dose of greens. Out in the woods, the golden orioles have found some tasty treats for their chicks. Looks like the chicks approve. In amongst the leaves scattered on the forest floor, a young red squirrel has hit the jackpot. They've discovered a pile of seeds. With nimble paws and a sturdy pair of incisors, these agile omnivores make short work of anything they can get their furry little mitts on. For this British native, breakfast is served bite-sized. Elsewhere in the forest, a pair of red deer fawns are being shown around their neck of the woods. The does are leading them to good foraging spots. Fawns start to eat grass from the 15th day mark, so learning where they can grab a snack for themselves is an important life lesson they'll use each and every morning. Coming up next, we'll see the grace and beauty of Britain's national bird, a colorful metamorphosis in the meadows of the Midlands. And later, a seafarer that's taking a deep dive into the dirt. All when we return on Wild Child.
We'll be right back to The More You Know on NBC.
Conventional thinking would say Verizon has the largest and fastest 5G network, but they don't. They only cover select cities with 5G. So for me, and the hundreds of drivers in my fleet, staying connected, cutting downtime, and delivering on time depends on T-Mobile 5G. And with coverage of over 96% of interstate highway miles, they've got us covered.
Unconventional thinking delivers 4 times the 5G coverage of Verizon, and it's ready right now. T-Mobile for Business.
Make this worth your while, Peloton.
All the classes and endless motivation
You got this!
that fits your schedule to keep you coming back. Time.
God, come on!
And time.
Keep it up!
And time again.
Almost there, let's finish strong.
That's why 91% of households that join Peloton are still active 12 months later. Motivation that moves you. Rent the Peloton Bike or Bike Plus. Terms apply.
To help protect from HIV, I prep without pills.
With Apretude, a prescription medicine used to reduce the risk of HIV without daily PrEP pills, with one shot every other month, just 6 times a year. In studies, Apretude was proven superior to a daily PrEP pill in reducing the risk of HIV. You must be HIV negative to receive Apretude and get tested before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. Apretude does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex to reduce your risk. Don't take Apretude if you are allergic to it or taking certain medicines as they may interact. Tell your doctor if you've had liver problems or mental health concerns. If you have a rash or other allergic reactions, stop Apretude and get medical help right away. Serious side effects include allergic reactions, liver problems, and depression. Some of the most common side effects include injection site reactions and headache. You must receive Apretude as scheduled. Ask your doctor about long-acting Apretude. Save at Apretude.com.
We're gonna find a way back home together.
More sinkholes are coming.
I just want my family back.
We now return to The More You Know on NBC.
With the morning fully underway, it's time for Britain's baby animals to stretch their legs and learn some skills to help them on their journey to adulthood. Under close parental supervision, a flock of gray-lag goslings are perfecting their foraging techniques. These little beaks are quickly figuring out where to poke their noses in order to find the tastiest shoots. Next, swimming practice. Keeping up with the crowd is proving difficult for that straggler. It's literally going with the flow every time it stops to preen. Thankfully, Dad is there to help, as these goslings won't be fully independent until they are 8 weeks old. Further along the river, a family of mute swans are also out for a morning cruise. These majestic birds are held in such high regard, they are the national animals of the United Kingdom. When it comes to swimming, the babies, or cygnets, are real naturals, able to take to the water just a day after hatching. The skill these fuzzballs have yet to master is bobbing underwater for weeds. Their parents are showing off their best moves, using their feet to stir up the mud below. before plunging their long necks down deep to snap up aquatic vegetation. Despite their attractive porcelain feathers, these beauties are not afraid to do the dirty work when they have to. Their necks may not be as impressive as their parents yet, but the cygnets are gobbling up plenty of delicious morsels just below the surface. Meanwhile, a pair of khaki Campbell ducklings are giving their legs a workout on land. Laps around a domestic lawn seems to do the trick. These friendly, amusing waterfowl are popular additions to backyard menageries. With no mother duck to look after them, these two have found the next best thing to imprint on: a wire-haired dachshund. This adopted mom seems a bit confused with her waddling new wards. But it looks like they're becoming fast friends. A cute and cuddly coming together of wild and domestic companions. Back in the forest, another mother and child are working on some grooming techniques, keeping each other tidy and sharing the love. Down by the water, this mute swan and her mini flock are busy realigning their feathers and their fluff. The adults, with their long necks, certainly have an unfair advantage when it comes to getting those hard-to-reach places. In the woods, in the house, and on the farm, the baby animals of the UK are neat, tidy, and ready to face the rest of the day. When we come back, it's not just the flowers that are bursting into bloom in Britain, plus the peculiar plumage of the bird known as the parrot of the sea. This and more coming up on Wild Child.
We'll be right back to The More You Know on NBC.
COVID-19. Some people get it, and some people can get it bad. And for those who do get it bad, it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, asthma, or smoking. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, don't wait. Ask your healthcare provider right away if an authorized oral treatment is right for you.
Bravo!
For buying a treadmill?
You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One. It's simple, with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase.
Yeah.
And heroes don't take the stairs.
Is this a parachute?
Ah! Ah! What's in your wallet?
Hello, little one. Welcome to the great unknown. It's a world of endless possibilities and adventures you can't even imagine. Toyota, let's go places.
The redesigned Corona Slim can, named after yours truly. Slim is one of my old nicknames. You better ask somebody. Might as well call them Snoop cans. You like that?
My father didn't know his dad with Ancestry. I dug and dug until I found some information.
Birth certificate.
Wow. And then you add it to the tree.
It's like you discover a new family member.
It's the greatest gift.
Now on sale at Ancestry.
How did I get here?
You're a time traveler. You leap into other bodies, saving people.
Quantum Leap, streaming now on Peacock.
We now return to The More You Know on NBC.
Predators are few and far between in the United Kingdom. However, this region is not without its fair share of remarkable hunters. The skies of the UK are populated with some of the world's most talented birds of prey. And these deadly flyers became important companions to many human hunters through history. Today, raptors thrive in both wild and urban environments, as lofty and lethal as ever. The United Kingdom is graced with a myriad of bird species. One famous for hovering over this realm is the common kestrel. These petite yet precise hunters have adapted well to human impact, often found nesting on the ledges of buildings. This morning, we're lucky enough to literally get a bird's eye view of how a kestrel's life begins. Thanks to a well-placed camera, we can peek right into this bird of prey's nest. Female kestrels can lay between 3 and 7 eggs. After a month-long incubation, they begin to hatch, some earlier than others. Although the young chicks are extremely vulnerable, these little carnivores grow fast with constant feeding from both parents. By 4 weeks old, the chicks are ready to fledge or leave the nest. You can already see flight feathers emerging through this chick's fuzzy down. When you see the adults showing off their helicopter-like flying skills, you can understand why their nickname is wind hovers. These small but feisty birds of prey can live for a full decade, gracing the British skies with a swift and graceful beauty. On the ground, a gang of baby polecats are slightly less graceful, preferring a rough and tumble style of play. Coming out of their den, looks like this litter of fox kits has the same idea. A group of foxes is called a skulk. And that's just what these babies are up to, working on their sneaking skills. During the warmer months of the year, the gardens and meadows of the United Kingdom are often visited by these flittering beauties, peacock butterflies, insects with fascinating life cycles. This batch of tiny black caterpillars have only recently emerged. It takes the eggs just 10 days to hatch. They often spin a silky tent to protect themselves. Such hungry little critters, they tend to feed together until they are large enough to disperse. Peacock caterpillars are quite striking with their spotted, spiky skin, which the growing larvae shed or molt a total of 4 times before reaching their maximum size of only about 1.5 inches. Next is the chrysalis stage. This newly formed adult is making its grand entrance after 12 days of metamorphosis. Before it can fly away, the butterfly needs to unfurl its wings, inflate them with blood, and then let them harden. Peacock butterflies are easily identified by their dramatic eye spots, decorating the backs of their wings. These patterns are thought to be a defense mechanism to confuse any would-be predators. That's not their only trick. By converting their blood sugar to a kind of natural antifreeze, these hardy insects can hibernate through the winter. Capable of surviving almost an entire year, this species is one of the longest living and most majestic butterflies in the UK. Coming up, expert ocean divers bring their talents to the rocky shores when Wild Child returns.
We'll be right back to The More You Know on NBC.
That's half the fun of a new house, seeing what people left behind in the attic.
Well, saving on homeowner's insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun, too.
Well, enjoy your house.
Nope.
Geico.
Thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer are living in the moment and taking Ibrance. Ibrance with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ibrance plus letrozole significantly delayed disease progression versus letrozole. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening chest pain, cough, or trouble breathing. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. For more information about side effects, talk to your doctor. Be in your moment. Ask your doctor about Ibrance, a Pfizer product.
That was quick.
And rewarding. I earned 3% cash back at drugstores with Chase Freedom Unlimited. That means I earn on my bug spray and my sunscreen. You ready to go fishing?
I got the bait.
I also earned 5% on travel purchased through Chase on this rental car. That lake is calling my name.
Don't you get seasick?
We'll find out. Come on. And I earned 3% on dining, including takeout.
So much for catching our dinner.
Some people are hunters, some are gatherers. I'm a diner. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
My nana used to say there's the right way, and then there's the Lopez way. And she would take up her chancla and throw it at you and hit you. So you never forgot. And you know what? I never forgot.
Lopez versus Lopez, November 4th on NBC.
We now return to The More You Know on NBC.
From rugged coastlines to wild woodlands, the UK has some amazing habitats for animals to call home. Having a safe place to grow up is imperative in order to survive adulthood. Puffins are aquatic birds, so in terms of real estate, seaside frontages are a must. Clifftop burrows are popular dwellings. With their challenging access points, these remote home sites give puffins additional safety from predators. Another family of animals that enjoy subterranean living are rabbits. These fuzzy little digging specialists build a network of underground tunnels and chambers called warrens. Some have been found to have up to 150 entries and exits. In contrast, ospreys are an animal with no use for underground accommodations. They prefer to live the high life. These raptors are experts at taking advantage of artificial installations to set up house. This family has built their roost on a very durable foundation. Kittiwakes are another bird that enjoy the life in the heights, raising their young on rocky cliffs. Up here, in their hard-to-access nests, the chicks are safe from predators. With refreshing ocean breezes and fresh seafood daily, it's a prime spot to grow up. A fluffy bunch of cygnets are resisting heading back to the nest. They're not quite ready to call it a day. Up in their cliffside nests, the kittiwake chicks are nestling down for the evening. Badgers, on the other hand, are quite the opposite. They can't wait for their night to start. As soon as it gets dark, this nocturnal clan will head out to forage. This red fox family is also waiting for twilight to fall before the vixen goes in search of food. This baby Dartmoor pony is already tucking into its favorite evening meal. A family of red deer is enjoying the last rays of sunshine on their backs as they have their dinner time nibble. Looks like the cygnets have finally caught up with their mom. The luckiest little swans falling asleep in the best spot of all, safe and cozy under her wing. And with that, it's time to say goodnight to the baby animals all across Great Britain. Thank you for joining us on our adventure to see the beauty of Britain's baby animals. For such a small part of the world, the United Kingdom is home to an unexpectedly vast and vibrant array of wildlife as diverse as the landscape itself. We hope to see you next time for another adventure on Wild Child.
What's it like shopping on Carvana? It's a car buying process that lets you shop tens of thousands of cars 100% online. So you can buy, sell, or even trade your car from anywhere. It's getting as soon as next day delivery, or picking your new ride up at one of our sleek car vending machines. And it's the comfort of a 7-day return policy to make sure it fits your life. Because at Carvana, we take joy in making every customer, well, happy. Carvana. We'll drive you happy.
Tonight, the suspect charged in the attack on House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband and disturbing new details about what else he may have planned. The suspect now facing several state and federal charges, including attempted murder, attempted kidnapping, and assaulting a family member of a U.S. official. The man allegedly confessing that he planned to take Speaker Pelosi hostage and break her kneecaps as a warning to other lawmakers. Zip ties found at the scene. Mr. Pelosi now awake and talking to investigators. Our exclusive with the San Francisco DA. Also tonight, after more than 5 years, the major break in the murders of 2 teens in Delphi, Indiana. The suspect now under arrest. Where he worked and how it links him to the family of one of the victims. Desperation in Kyiv, massive Russian strikes leaving much of the capital without power or water. The Halloween horror in South Korea. 2 Americans among more than 150 killed in a crowd surge. Why police there are now under fire. The fate of affirmative action before the Supreme Court, how the justices signaled they may rule. The dangerous gas leak at LAX airport sickening 4 people, 1 in critical condition. And the boundary-breaking golf club that's inspiring America.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening. The FBI tonight revealing new evidence it believes points to the intent behind last week's brutal attack on Paul Pelosi, husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Today, federal charges were filed against suspect David DePape, accusing him of assault on an immediate family member of a U.S. official with the intent to retaliate, along with the attempted kidnapping of a United States official. In its charging documents, the FBI says DePape was prepared to detain and injure Speaker Pelosi, and that he told authorities he was going to hold Nancy hostage and talk to her. The FBI also listing evidence that included zip ties, tape, rope, and at least 1 hammer. Also new tonight, alleged statements from the suspect, possibly suggesting a political motive. Miguel Almaguer has more new details.
Tonight, federal authorities have charged David DePape, the man who they say broke into Nancy and Paul Pelosi's home wielding a hammer, with assault and attempted kidnapping. According to this new federal complaint, DePape told investigators he was going to hold Nancy hostage and talk to her. If Nancy, he said, were to tell him the truth, he would let her go. And if she lied, he was going to break her kneecaps. Calling the Speaker of the House, the leader of the pack of lies told by by the Democratic Party, investigators say the suspect brought with him a roll of tape, white rope, one hammer, one pair of rubber and cloth gloves, and a journal. San Francisco's district attorney also filing charges today against DePape, including attempted murder.
We believe that he did intend to kill Mr. Pelosi at the time that he wielded that hammer in that attack.
The federal complaint says Paul Pelosi was in bed and appeared surprised by DePape. DePape told Pelosi to wake up after being startled on the second floor. The complaint continues. Pelosi stated that his wife would not be home for several days, and then DePape reiterated that he would wait. Pelosi was able to covertly call 911 while talking to the suspect, providing clues that he was in distress.
RP stated that there's a male in the home and that he's going to wait for his wife.
I think the main hurdle right now is when we have so many people putting out misinformation, quite frankly, into the public.
What are the pieces of misinformation that you're worried about or that you've seen surface?
That Mr. Pelosi knew this individual before this attack. We have no evidence that suggests that he knew him whatsoever.
When officers arrived, Pelosi and DePape were both holding a single hammer. DePape pulled the hammer from Pelosi's hand and swung the hammer, striking Pelosi in the head. Pelosi appeared to be unconscious on the ground.
I don't really know what the suspect's intentions were, but what I do know, him being at that house was intentional, deliberate, not random at all. And who knows what was in his mind or what he was willing to do if things didn't happen the way he wanted them to happen.
Miguel, we saw some of your exclusive interview with the San Francisco DA. What else did she reveal about the suspect?
Well, Lester, we asked her about the suspect's mental health status. She did not want to elaborate on that. She said the suspect clearly planned this attack and was ready to carry out murder. At last check, he was still hospitalized here with his victim, but the DA says that suspect will be in court tomorrow for his first appearance. Lester.
Miguel Almaguer in San Francisco, thank you. We'll turn now to the big break in the investigation into the 2017 murders of two teenage girls in Delphi, Indiana. After more than 5 years, a suspect under arrest and charged. Kathy Park is there for us.
Tonight, a major break in the murder mystery of two teens in Delphi, Indiana.
An arrest has been made.
Officials charge Richard Allen with 2 counts of murder in connection with the killings of 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby German. The 2 girls went missing nearly 6 years ago while on a hike. Their bodies were discovered a day later at a nearby creek. Authorities withholding new details and sealing the evidence against 50-year-old Allen, who they say was living in the community.
My goal is to maintain the integrity of this case.
It's sad. After today's announcement, the grandmother of Libby German confirmed a report that Allen, who worked at a nearby CVS, processed photos for the family. CVS says in part, "We stand ready to cooperate with the police investigation in any way we can."
Why did it take this long to arrest him?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and one that we'll be able to tell one day. Doing it any other way at any other time would be inappropriate.
Over the years, authorities released little information about the investigation, but did share this video clip from Libby's phone, showing a man heading toward the teens. And this chilling audio recording of a male voice saying, "Guys, down the hill." The victim's family saying Allen's arrest still doesn't bring them closure.
We're going to stay after it. We haven't ever given up.
Allen has entered a not guilty plea, and his next court appearance is set for January. Police say that they're keeping the tip line open because the investigation isn't over. Lester?
Kathy Park, thank you. In Ukraine, officials say massive Russian missile strikes have rained down on Kyiv, leaving nearly 300,000 homes in the capital without power and 40% of residents without running water. Ukraine's army said it shot down 44 out of more than 50 missiles fired by Russian forces targeting critical infrastructure. Police in South Korea are facing mounting questions about why they did not have more officers to control crowds at a massive Halloween celebration where a crowd surge killed more than 150 people, among them 2 Americans. Here's Janice Mackey-Freyer.
Tonight, chilling new details of the chaos in Seoul. Police revealing the Halloween crowd was up to 100,000 people before the stampede, many crammed into narrow alleyways. And there were just 137 police officers assigned to the area. Police acknowledging they had no guidelines to deal with the horror that unfolded. American Janelle's story was near the top of the alley. Her video showing people could barely move. It was so packed.
There was panic coming towards us.
People were desperately giving CPR to victims on the ground. Among the dead, 2 young Americans, Ann Gieske and Stephen Blessy, both 20-year-old students doing a semester abroad. She shared photos of them hiking and smiling for selfies just hours before the tragedy. Many parents here flooding a community center to find support.
All the victims have been identified now. A vast majority were in their 20s, most of them young women. Lester?
All right, Janice, thank you. Back home, the Supreme Court hearing arguments in 2 cases that could determine the fate of affirmative action in higher education. Kelly O'Donnell now, and the conservative supermajority signaling it's ready to overturn decades of precedent.
At the Supreme Court, a cultural crossroads.
We know that racism exists.
Today, race as a factor in college admissions is on the line.
I think it definitely needs to come to an end.
Decades of legal precedent for affirmative action in higher education could fall, potentially reducing the number of Black and Latino students at elite schools. Over a pair of cases challenging race-conscious admissions policies at Harvard and the University of North Carolina. Today, conservative Justice Clarence Thomas voiced his skepticism.
I've heard the word diversity quite a few times, and I don't have a clue what it means.
The 3 liberal justices defended affirmative action for making institutions look more like America during 5 hours of arguments.
Race alone doesn't account for why someone's admitted or not.
Cecilia Polanco graduated from UNC in 2016 and says race remains an important consideration to level the playing field.
I think we need affirmative action because it will help make spaces more diverse. It will make, and that's better for everyone.
The conservative group behind these cases argues that using race in admissions discriminates against other students, namely Asian Americans, and that violates federal law and the Constitution's Equal Protection Clause.
This is a civil rights issue of Asians, and this is discrimination against Asians.
Around the country, 9 states have already ended affirmative action for school admissions. The court has a conservative supermajority with a 6-3 advantage and has shown a willingness to upend precedent, making the fate of affirmative action for higher education seem all the more fragile. Lester?
All right, Kelly O'Donnell at the Supreme Court. Just 8 days to go until the midterms, and with control of Congress hanging in the balance, it is coming down to the wire at some key battlegrounds. Vaughn Hilliard is in Arizona on the final sprint.
Tonight in Arizona, the fight to the finish. Republican candidate for governor Kari Lake zeroing in on the economy in a state where inflation is among the highest, including gas prices averaging $4.30 a gallon.
So we'll do what we can here in Arizona to give relief.
Democrat Katie Hobbs has faced criticism for declining to debate her opponent. Tonight, though, blasting Lake as extreme.
This is a race not about Democrats or Republicans, but sanity over chaos.
Voters tonight weighing in.
Why did you decide to go with Kari Lake?
The border and the economy.
Why vote for Katie Hobbs over Kari Lake?
I believe in her beliefs, and I trust her more than I do Kari Lake at this moment.
While in Georgia, a fiery debate in the governor's race. Democrat Stacey Abrams down in the polls, going after Republican Governor Brian Kemp on abortion rights.
He refuses to protect us. He refuses to defend us.
Kemp touting that Georgia was the first state to reopen after COVID.
We're one new COVID variant away from Miss Abrams wanting to lock our state down.
There are at least 9 competitive Senate showdowns that will determine the control of Congress, including Wisconsin, where Republican Senator Ron Johnson is running against Democrat Mandela Barnes.
What Democrat governance has done to the state, what it's done to our country, it's almost hard to describe.
Democrats getting last-minute help from former President Barack Obama.
Mandela's opponent has done more than just about anybody in Congress to spread conspiracy theories about the 2020 election.
Obama will appear here in Arizona on Wednesday, and then former President Trump will appear on the trail later this week in Iowa. Lester?
A lot riding on the outcome. Vaughn, thank you. In just 60 seconds, LAX airport partially evacuated. We'll look at what caused 4 people to suddenly become ill and the rise in anti-Semitism, the disturbing messages at a college football game.
At ADP, we use data-driven insights to design HR solutions to provide flexible pay options and greater workforce visibility today, so you can have more success tomorrow.
To help protect from HIV, I prep without pills.
With Apretude, a prescription medicine used to reduce the risk of HIV without daily PrEP pills, with one shot every other month, just 6 times a year. In studies, Apretude was proven superior to a daily PrEP pill in reducing the risk of HIV. You must be HIV negative to receive Apretude and get tested before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. Apretude does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex to reduce your risk. Don't take Apretude if you are allergic to it or taking certain medicines as they may interact. Tell your doctor if you've had liver problems or mental health concerns. If you have a rash or other allergic reactions, stop Apretude and get medical help right away. Serious side effects include allergic reactions, liver problems, and depression. Some of the most common side effects include injection site reactions and headache. You must receive Apretude as scheduled. Ask your doctor about long-acting Apretude. Save at Apretude.com.
My anxiety was debilitating. You're just like sitting there spiraling in your brain. How am I going to get help?
Hers makes, honestly, every step of finding mental health support easy.
At forhers.com, you can get access to anxiety medication, like the generic for Lexapro, prescribed by a licensed provider. If it's right for you, Hers will ship to your door for free.
Starting medication saved me.
I'm so glad I got help. Start your free anxiety consult today at forhers.com.
The Citi Custom Cash Card, a different kind of card that automatically adapts to you. Earn 5% cash back on your top eligible spend category, up to $500 spent each billing cycle. Apply now. Visit Citi.com/customcash.
From the top brands to the most wanted styles, we've got your family covered. Whatever style your family reps, Rockroom Shoes has all your favorite brands. Shop now at rockroomshoes.com/shop.
We're back now with a scary moment at LAX this morning where a release of carbon dioxide nearly killed one man and led to a partial evacuation. 4 workers were sickened. Authorities are investigating what caused it, but it's believed a fire suppression system was somehow triggered. Tonight, many Jewish leaders are expressing concern about a surge in anti-Semitic messages, both on social media and outside a big college football game. A warning, the messages are disturbing. Tom Costello reports.
For many Jewish Americans, the hate message scrolling across the Florida-Georgia football game and a building in Jacksonville were flashing warning signs. Anti-Semitism is spreading. The Kanye West tweets, the banners hanging over freeways in Florida and California. In a rare joint statement, the universities of Florida and Georgia denounced the messages, saying, "We are proud to be home to strong and thriving Jewish communities, and we stand together against hate." The New England Patriots owner even ran a PSA during Sunday's games, urging all Americans to stand up to Jewish hate, as anti-Semitic content has surged on Twitter after Elon Musk, who emphasized free speech, took full control. Use of the N-word also jumped 500%.
I think that the narrative that hate speech is free speech, it's sort of winning out right now on these platforms.
The Anti-Defamation League reports 1,431 hate incidents so far this year, more than 2,700 last year. By comparison, 10 years ago, there were 927. Senior Rabbi Sue Shankman says members of her congregation in Washington are worried.
I've had people talk about the potential of moving elsewhere where there might not be anti-Semitism outside of this country. Would they go to Canada?
Fellow Americans who tonight are hoping that their country, their neighbors, will stand by them.
I support and will protect your child, and I hope that you would do the same for mine.
The anti-Semitic messages appear to be protected by the First Amendment, the concern that the messages could turn viral and physical. Lester?
All right, Tom, thank you. We're back in a moment with an in-depth look at a crucial group of voters who worry they've been forgotten.
Lemonade Renter's Insurance covers your home putting green, dual suspension aluminum frame mountain bike, robot vacuum, and the laptop you impulse buy stuff with at 3 in the morning. Protect a lot for not a lot of money. Get Lemonade Renter's Insurance. And save even more when you bundle with pet insurance at lemonade.com.
Socks are the #1 most requested item in homeless shelters. Underwear is #2. And t-shirts are #3. That's why we make incredibly comfortable socks, underwear, and t-shirts. And we donate one for every one you buy. We've donated over 50 million items so far. Comfort for you. Comfort for those in need. Comfort for all. Get 20% off your first purchase at bombas.com.
Lovevery is a support system for parents and toys for your little one. Everything in the box is designed by experts for each stage of your child's development. We link brain science and Montessori to the way you play. Every 2 to 3 months, a play kit is delivered to your home. It's matched to your child's age and what they are hungry to learn. We've done all the research, so you don't have to. Lovevery provides the map to help you confidently guide your child's learning. Unlock the joy of intentional play.
Instacart shoppers know your order is more than just items. Fresh ingredients equals dinner time delights. Pesky replacements mean more playtime. Attention to detail leads to mealtime memories. Instacart shoppers make it happen so you get more time to savor life.
Tonight in our series, The Power of the Vote, we visit 2 rural southern counties in swing states. As 2 of our correspondents explain, in order to sway these voters, politicians have to meet them first.
This is Ellison Barber in Chattooga County, Georgia. It's an area nestled in the rural hills of the state, where the race between Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican football legend Herschel Walker could determine the balance of power in Washington. While Georgia narrowly went for Joe Biden in 2020, Chattooga County is reliably red, voting 80% for Donald Trump.
I hear people say they feel overlooked, they feel forgotten. Do you feel like that's true here?
Definitely. As you think number of votes, you go where the bigger votes are. You go and you check on those people a little bit more.
Dane Maddox is a small business owner who grew up here. His top issue, the economy. Politically, he leans right.
I think voting is important because it's that one little bit left of our voice that still gets heard.
86% of the people who live in this county are white. 9.7% have college degrees. Textile factories have closed, and good-paying jobs close to home are hard to find.
We lost part of a whole manufacturing facility. Nobody knew about it because nobody talks about a small town.
Except Maddox feels that former President Donald Trump did.
What a crowd this is!
While in office, Trump spoke in a town about 30 minutes away.
What did it mean to you when you had a politician, a sitting president, come so close to where you live?
I think it was important. It was huge. It gave you a little glimpse that somebody cared.
And in politics, proximity can pay off. 2 years ago, Trump won 65% of the rural vote. Among white rural voters, his support jumped to 71%. It's the kind of edge Republicans will need if they are to win back Congress this midterm. And they just might have that edge.
This is Antonia Hilton, 400 miles to the east in Anson County, North Carolina. Also rural, also in a key state that could determine control of the Senate, given the close race between Republican Congressman Ted Budd and Democrat Cheri Beasley, former Chief Justice of the state Supreme Court. And while Anson may look similar to Chattooga on the surface, this county is nearly 50% black and leans Democratic. But recently, black voter participation has dropped.
Do black rural people feel seen?
No.
James Flowers served in the Army for 6 years before returning to Anson to raise his 8-year-old daughter. He loves his country. He's just not sure his country loves him.
People just don't understand until you actually walk in our shoes. Even now, when I get pulled over, they will be aggressive until they see that military ID, and then, oh, it's buddy.
James says he won't vote, not until he feels politicians are working for him.
To come and talk to the people. Seriously. Or just let them ask you questions.
In 2020, 2,500 voters of color in Anson sat out the last election. Cheri Beasley lost her re-election bid for Chief Justice by just 401 votes.
Were you able to vote last year?
No, I didn't vote last year.
Cynthia Wallace is the founder of the nonpartisan New Rural Project, started after the 2020 election.
We saw a 12 to 14% gap between white voters and voters of color in every single one of these rural counties.
Back in Chattooga, voters like Dane Maddox don't need convincing to show up November 8th.
Do you vote every election?
Every election. Because still matters. Small voice matters.
While in Anson, James Flowers is focused on his daughter, not the midterms.
It is crazy how much talent is out here. But people don't have no hope.
2 counties.
Both vying to be seen.
Ellison Barber, NBC News, Chattooga County, Georgia.
And Antonia Hilton, NBC News, Anson County, North Carolina.
When we come back, how the oldest golf club in the country for black women is teeing up a new generation for success.
My father didn't know his dad.
She knew that I always want to know more about my family history.
With Ancestry, I dug and dug until I found some information.
I was able to find out more than just a name.
And then you add it to the tree. I found ship manifests.
Birth certificate.
Wow. Look at your dad.
I love it so much to know where my father worked, where he grew up. It's like you discover a new family member.
It's the greatest gift.
Now on sale at Ancestry.
Ladies, 6 minutes, please.
This is my life. It's not always picture perfect. Plus, I'm dealing with bleeding from uterine fibroids. Enter MyFembry, a once-daily pill for women with heavy menstrual bleeding due to uterine fibroids.
With MyFembry, heavy bleeding went down by 84%. Serious risks include heart attack, stroke, and blood clots. Don't take MyFembry if you've had any of these or have uncontrolled high blood pressure, are over 35 and smoke, could be pregnant, or have or had osteoporosis, liver disease, undiagnosed vaginal bleeding, certain cancers, or an allergic reaction to it. Don't use longer than 2 years as bone loss may occur. Pregnancy loss can occur and changes in periods may make it hard to know if you're pregnant. If you think you are, stop taking it right away. Other risks are depression, suicidal thoughts or actions, abnormal liver tests, high blood pressure, and passing of the fibroid.
Less bleeding, same life? I'll take it.
Ask your doctor about MyFembry.
My life, MyFembry.
Hello. I am in awe of you, awestruck by your body, of all the things it can do. So let's take a moment to celebrate all the moments. The nauseous ones, the joyous ones, the heavy moments, and the heavy moments. The prolactin flooding, uterine shedding, midnight craving, what if we try trying moments. I am in awe of all of it, and all of you. Imagine if you always saw yourself that way.
Finally tonight, the incredible story of a historic golf club for black women and the inspiring legacy its members are passing down to a new generation. Here's Yamiche Alcindor.
Great shot, kiddo.
It's a community formed out on the fairways.
It's another opportunity to strengthen sisterhood.
The Wake Robin Golf Club is the oldest in the nation for black women. Formed in Washington, D.C. in 1937, when courses were still racially segregated.
The club was needed because there wasn't a place for black women to play golf.
It's 2022. Why do you think it's important to have an all-black women golf club?
Because we're still missing.
Paulette Savoy has been a member since 1985.
It's good to be able to sit down with people that are in the struggle with you and known what you've gone through.
Young women that you connect with through this club, what are you hoping they take away?
I just hope they take away confidence when they're in business and business is being conducted on the golf course. They can get right in there, and hold their own.
The club provides stipends for players in need and gives out scholarships to students like Kendall Jackson, a junior member who hopes to turn pro.
I'm so grateful for their company, being able to learn from them, talk with them, share their experiences about what it's like being a black woman in golf.
Stronger on and off the green.
Yes, good job.
For generations to come.
We hope that our presence will inspire that young black girl that, hey, you can be out here too, you can do this.
Yamiche Alcindor, NBC News, Mitchellville, Maryland.
And that's Nightly News for this Monday. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.